YouTube, what is up? Here's a quick taper fade video for you. You're gonna go from this to this. Alright, so stick around. First thing we do is we wet the hair. For this client, I take off about a ½ inch of hair while texturizing it. I do this process throughout the whole top of the head. Grab your blow dryer, dry the hair by about 80%, and then you're able to actually use your round brush to form the hair into the desired style. Now I grab my number 4 guard, I put it on my clipper in the closed position, and I'm bringing it straight up past where the head curves. This acts as a natural kind of like a blending motion, and it makes your job a lot easier to blend the short hair into the long hair. And I repeat this process all around the head. Now, because this is an actual taper fade, the low part of the fade is going to be a 1.5. All right, so I'm making a nice little guideline all around the head and cleaning up everything underneath the middle part of his head with the one open. Now, once that's complete, grab your number 2 guard, open up the clipper, and then you make a 1-inch band above your 1.5 guideline all around the head. Now, once that's completed, I'm going to use my number 3 guard close. That's going to bridge that gap from the 2.5 we just did into the number 4, which was blended earlier on top. So do this all around the head. You should be able to erase that line just above the 2.5 guideline. Now here's where the fade starts being cleaned up, all right? You put your 1.5 guard on and you use it open to close, fading downwards. You should be able to, by the time you're complete, get rid of that bottom line, that last bottom line that's there. So at the top part of that 1 inch, use the clipper open. When you get toward the bottom part of that 1 inch, you have the clipper closed. And again, it's gonna erase that line. You continue that all around the head. Now we're on to the actual taper part of the fade. I'm going to go ahead and make a bald guideline on the back of the neck using my Andis GTX outliners. And I will follow that up using the clippers in the open position to make a 1-inch band across the back of the neck. Now you can grab your 1/16 guard, your half guard, and you're just going to start blending down from the 1.5, which is the side of your actual fade, down into the half blade guideline. So again, as you're fading, you're going to start closing the clipper, and when you do that, it cuts the hair a little bit lower. So as you approach that line, you should be cutting to where the clipper is fully closed. Now, once you feel that part is complete, you're going to go ahead and put your take your guard off, and you're going to start closing your clipper a little bit. You go by a notch or two or whatever feels comfortable to you. And you're going to start blending away that last line. Now, once that's completed, feel free to put any guard you need back on and make any kind of touch-ups. And a lot of the times it's darker spots that you have to lighten up. So here I am just going back, trying to refine my blend, and that's all that I'm doing right now. Now I'm going to make some nice lines from the nape all the way to around the ear, just to kind of, get the shape up going, clean up all the hair that's around there. Make sure my blend is good before I move on to the temple area. Now on the side of the head, I'm going to repeat all them steps that I did on the back of the head. I'm going to start off with my bald guideline. I'm going to come up about 1 inch right here using the open blade. And I'm going to start blending from the 1.5 into the open blade using the gray half guard. Once that blend comes together, I take that guard off and I again close the clipper a little bit and start blending downwards till you see that bottom line get erased. Now he gets a light shape up in the front. I don't really touch too many hairs because most of it goes up into the flip. But as you can see, I'm keeping everything nice and 90 degrees where the forehead is. And the sides, I'm barely taking off hair. So just come with a natural curve and take the least amount of hair you can off. This way you don't kind of cut in too much. So when it grows back in, it looks like crap. So just be easy and keep a nice curve to it. Grab your razor of choice. Now, as you can see with my client, as I'm cutting with the razor, I'm going against the grain and I'm stretching all the skin to make it easier to cut without pulling hair. It just gets straight to cutting. So be nice and easy, especially if you're dry shaving, because you can irritate a client. So just be efficient when you're doing something like this. Now moving on to the back, the nape area, he has hair that's growing in crazy directions, so I'm being sure to go both directions of the actual grain pattern. This way we cut it the lowest it can be cut. And that is also not suitable for every client, so make sure you can shave the back of a client's neck. You typically would ask before you get straight to it. Here we're using level 3 styling powder, which I really like a lot. And I'm gonna go ahead and I try to move the hair to get the actual powder to the scalp and then penetrate all the way through the hair. This way it works a little better. Here's my favorite textury low tooth comb that I like using. It pretty much takes most of the work away from me. I can just go through the hair with this, give it a little wiggle as I'm going through, and then in the end I can just fine tune where all the strands are with my hands. The best part about any haircut is actually styling it, and you should be doing this to every client that is looking for a style. This way, you know what they want can be achieved. So when they leave there, all they got to do is replicate it. And here's the finished product. I hope you guys like this cut. Happy New Year's to everybody. I will be back doing some more tutorials, so hopefully you guys learned some. If you didn't, hopefully you at least liked the video. I'll catch you guys on the next one, all right? Peace out.